Hey, this is AJ Donahue from Drum Magazine. I'm here with the good father, John Good.
Oh.
He's going to tell us a little bit about new product from DW for 2016.
It's Godfather to you.
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
No, not at all. Welcome, everybody. I'm John Good from DW Drums, and we have some great stuff here at 2016 NAMM show. And to start with, right behind us, we've got our new cherry mahogany. Now, why is cherry mahogany cool? Cherry mahogany, vertical mahogany drops the pitch down. It's on the outside and the inside of the shell. And we've got cherry in the middle. Now, when you drop that vertical grain in there, the pitch kind of gets darker and deeper. Mahogany, as all of you probably know, has a very soft, wonderful musical tone, and then cherry has got a dark appeal about it. So the marriage of these two together is magic. So I encourage you to try these drums. They're really nice. And just for laughs, because we can, we put some leather hoops on here. What do you think, Joe? You like it?
He's nodding his head.
Yeah. And, and look out for later on this year, I'm going to enhance these leather hoops with studs.
Excellent.
With that thing.
Yeah.
But it's cool. They actually really look cool. Right, Beto? You've seen them. Okay, so that's what this kit's all about. And by the way, the endorsees of this kit and Henley and Crago are very careful about their endorsements and such, right? Because Henley doesn't really endorse things. He heard these drums in rehearsals and he said, "I want to do an ad with John and the DW people for this drum kit."
Wow.
That's big, right?
I think so.
So it's very special. And I'm sure that you'll be seeing a lot more of this drum kit.
Yeah, and so real quick about the cherry mahogany combination, just came out of the lab, or was that from an artist request or anything?
Nothing comes out of a lab, my friend. Jeez. I have this tendency to take a shower every day, sometimes twice, and that's where these ideas come. And with the help of all the people I've come to know throughout the years with, all my wood suppliers and what have you, I've learned so much about grain orientation, the character of wood, all these things that really make sense when you're sitting there going, wait a second, if I do this and put that together, then you get these creations that are like, reasonably fantastic. And I'm telling you, you're going to hear me say this a lot, but this is one of my favorite kits I think I've ever made. So,
really?
Oh yeah. So I'm hoping that you'll try them.
I'd like to.
Okay, man.
Yeah. All right, so we've got other kits to look at, right?
Yeah, there's a kit over here I want to show you.
So now tell us a little bit about this one.
Well, this drum kit, and by the way, look at the lighting. Look at how soft, how beautiful. Come on, man. This is hard satin finish. This is oak. 100% red oak from Michigan. I'm from Michigan. Most of my wood comes from Michigan, aside from a lot of the exotics that come from Africa and all over the place. But I cut this veneer a little bit thicker to a 32nd of an inch instead of a 36th. And so what you get out of that is a little more wood and a little less glue. Although the glue story is a whole other issue, which we just recently changed to 20 times harder than the glue we had before. So you get these two elements working together, and man, oh man, like I said, I don't know which is my favorite over there or over here, and I'm probably going to say it over there too. But they're all my babies.
Sure.
So this is all red oak, and it's an HVLT shell. That means horizontal on the outside, cross-laminated in between, but we wind up vertical on the inside. And what you get from that is that dropping of the pitch, because vertical means lower.
Sure.
Takes the tension off, right?
Sure.
And, man, these speak notes like that. I mean, you hear A, B, C, D. You just hear it.
Yeah.
And they tell you where they want to be tuned. They come with this new head that we're doing, which is a two-ply. You're listening to me. I mean, I was never a two-ply guy. But I got together with Scott Donnell, my marketing director, and we started to listen to our customers who said, we'd like to have a two-ply head. Herbie May from Remo, I'm sure everybody knows him. He's a genius. And he said, John, have you ever tried A-film? Now, A-film is for marching. Okay? It's like high tension, high velocity playing. Those guys have got chops beyond chops.
Right.
You can't destroy these heads, but we do a crimp locked head, double A film, being a smooth texture. No, we make it in textured and smooth.
Right.
But these come with the smooth, and so what you get is this incredible tonality, a top that's like cracking like that, but man, does it enhance the bottom end that exploits what the oak is doing, because the oak has a very centered sound. It just goes bow like this, really nice, and like I said, it speaks notes. So this is a drum set that I know if you're looking for another sound in your arsenal, if you're serious about, look, I wear this one to this gig, I wear that one to that gig, you need to have one of these drum kits. It's not just because I'm making it, it's because I can't believe how great this turned out.
So the two-ply head's something you're pairing specifically with the oak to match that punch, or on all high-end kits?
Well, you know what I mean. It's like once you can recognize the fundamental of the shell, complement it with the part of the instrument that you're hitting first, and that's what it does. And by the way, and this is kind of a bad thing for a lot of retail businesses, but these heads don't wear out. I had them in my showroom for 6 months on a kit, and people come into the DW showroom and play flat out. I mean, flat out, and they look like they're brand new 6 months later. So, if you're a working drummer and you want to save a little dough, these are really cool heads to have on your drums.
It's great news.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You got one more big one? So this is pretty impressive. What are we looking at?
Well, you're impressed by something like this? This thing I just threw together?
I have low standards, but sure.
Yeah, right. Okay. This is a beautiful kit. It's in the Maple program that we did where, grain orientation means everything. When I figured out grain orientation, the big double doors to the White House opened up for me. I mean, everything was just absolutely possible. And so, once again, horizontal grain means it's going to have the most tension. Vertical grain is going to have the less tension, so the pitch drops. Okay?
Sure.
When you put an X in there, all heck breaks loose. So, right?
Okay.
So we're having a lot of fun with grain orientation in this SSC Maple drum kit. That stands for Specialized Shell Configuration.
Okay.
Okay? So, like the 8-inch tom is an X shell, which means it's low. I like little toms that sound ferociously big, right? And then the 10 and the 12 are vertical, VLT. That VLT is vertical low timbre. So they sit in this nice pocket, doom, doom, doom. It's not like you got to torture anything up, you got to torture anything down. They just do their thing naturally, and they tell you where they want to be tuned. First floor tom's an X, bring it down. Second floor tom is a VLX, which has got 2 vertical plies in the middle of an X shell, right?
Yeah.
The kick drums are VLX plus, and for all of you pregnant ladies out there, please don't stand in front of this bass drum because it's dangerous. Okay, you can kill small animals at 100 yards. So that's what we're doing here. And by the way, this is a 23-inch bass drum, 22 and a 23, and that. For me, the 23 is the bass drum size. And of course, Remo has complimented us by believing in my madness to make a drum head for that.
Sure.
And I swear to God, it is just everyone who plays one, Neil Peart, Tristan Bowden, John, I get the list of all my endorsees goes on and on.
Yeah.
They all love that size. So check that part out too. The outer skin we did in royal ebony that I found in Karlstadt, Germany, which you can't really see it because the lights are changing here, but there's a streak of Merlot in certain places in this wood that makes it like I hunt for wood. That's what I love to do. That's what I'm about to go do in Europe after we leave here. And this was very special to find. And so we adorned it with that on the outside with a candy black fade. My boys in the paint department are the fantastic guys. And, and black nickel hardware, and it's just a beautiful, wonderful kit to play.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I wanted to ask you a question about the shell configuration. If buyers want to talk to somebody at DW about what kind of shell configuration they would like for their drums. Is there a way they can do that?
Absolutely can. I mean, we have got, number one, we're very tied in with social media. And there's a lot of really good people there who control all that. But my sales associates that are there for your particular region of where you're from are well versed on this. I beat it into their heads on a daily basis. So yeah, feel free. They're very knowledgeable. And if you really need to talk to me, let's give it a whirl and let's see if I can help you out myself.
Excellent.
I hope so.
And we have snare drums to wrap up. Is that right?
Yes, we do. Let's go over there.
All right, so we're going to wrap up with a look at some of the new snare drums from DW for 2016, including a very fun addition to the Icon series, but we'll get to that one last.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, the Icon series is a big project for me, and I hope that everyone enjoys it as much as I do, because it's a heck of a lot of work. But before we get to that, let's talk about this carbon fiber guy right here. We've never really subscribed to that kind of a shell because it's been done a lot.
Sure.
And there's some great companies that do really good carbon fiber shells. But more and more people ask, why don't you have one? So we actually have developed this one, and it's a beautiful sounding drum. I mean, I just love being wrong, and it is like loud. It is beautiful. It's expressive. It's got all that stuff, and it's got some DW technology into it, which is like things like 50 threads per inch in tuning. All of our Collector Series drums have that. So you can really feel and get in, and you can almost, and I don't want to make this sound bad, but homogenize your own sound. To texturize it where you want it. And because it's 50 threads per inch, it stays there. I see drummers constantly playing and messing with their tuning because it's like, God, this is coming loose. That's what threads do, by the way. But that's why I went to this, and I hope once you experience the True Pitch 50 and snare drums especially, you'll enjoy what I've created here. They're stainless steel tension rods with a brass receiver, and man, when you get them dialed in, you find that place, they stay.
Sure.
So that's the carbon fiber. Then we have a collaboration with Greg Keplinger, the Greg Keplinger, and this one was what they call black iron. When you're doing your eggs in the morning, and it's kind of the same material, but it's a really rough shell, and I wasn't sure because, me, I like to make all these really crazy, beautiful drums, and I go to God to find this wood, and et cetera, et cetera. Right. This comes in, it's like it's been aged, and so I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. We put the first couple together. Right off the bat, gonna be one of your favorite snare drums. Now, unfortunately, we're only making 50 of these, so if you can still get in on one, grab it, okay?
Can you tell us a little bit about the sound?
Oh, the sound is powerful. It's a metal shell, right? But it's just thick enough, and it's just got that beef in the middle, and the rim shot will take your head off, and it's got a really controlled ring on the outside of it all. So we're loving this drum, and it's only going to be 50, so let's try our best to get in on this, okay?
All right.
It's a good party.
All right.
Then we got this reverse edge. The reverse edge, back in 1991, I made the heaviest snare drum, and it actually ruined my back, with really thick brass edges and a wood center. It was maple always at the time. And years and years and years go by, and we decided, why don't we just try wood on the outside and metal in the center. And the metal in the center is aluminum that we have powder coated black. And in doing that, you're chopping wood pretty hard, but you know what? You get that dry aluminum zing in the center. So
sure.
It's got a really hip, it records fantastically. So I encourage you to try that. We also have the red oak snares, the cherry mahogany snares, that go along and complement the drum kits that we talked about. We also have the Rumors snare.
Right.
Now, the Rumors snare has got a very nice, almost corduroy curl to the maple, which I love. And, somebody came to me the other day and said, "Oh, nice decals." I just wanted to kill this guy. This is the cover of the Rumors album, right? This is black pear for his suit, her dress here too. Black dyed pear wood. Then we have white poplar. His skin and her skin is koto wood. And then they're standing on Paduke, and her cloak here is Italian gray poplar.
So there's no paint. It's all wood color.
Zero paint.
And that's just a full inlay right in the show.
Total inlay. It's done, people putting pins in there to keep it together and to assemble all this. I design it with Louis Garcia, and then we send all the materials to them, and then they assemble this with the lasers, and it is, when you get a chance, Joe, zoom in on that bad boy and look at how detailed this really is. So we're making 250 of these, and by the way, the charity that will be served from this, the proceeds go to Wounded Warriors.
Oh, that's great.
That's mixed charity.
That's great.
So,
all right. I think that about does it for
the drum side.
the fun stuff. Yeah, Mr.
Take
Good.
some nice pictures of some pretty drums over there.
Will do. Thank you so much for your time.
Always great, and thank you, Drum Magazine people. I love you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.